Hey y'all, listen. I'm getting ready to talk about what you should do, what you can do when you are at a place in your um, career, right? Your 9 to 5, or even in a relationship, because kind of talk about both, because both can affect you in similar ways, right? But what you can do when your 9 to 5 or your relationship, like, is literally making you sick, right? Um, if you happen to be here with me live, do me a favor and say, "Hey D." If you're catching the replay, do me a favor and type replay so that I know that you are here. Let me pull this up so I can see comments because sometimes this doesn't work well for me. So if you leave a comment, I'll be able to see it. Um, but yeah, like, this is real. And if you've ever been in a space where you're so uncomfortable to the point where your body starts breaking down for whatever reason, whatever the vices are, whatever the situation is at your place of employment, or in your relationship. Um, you want to listen into this, right? So if you're here with me live, say, "Hey D." If you're catching the replay, type replay, and I'll come back through and show you some love. If you don't know who I am, maybe this was shared with you, or you came across this somehow on the interwebs. I'm Danielle, the coach. I'm a certified life and leadership coach. I help entrepreneurs navigate and balance the demands of life, leadership, and business. A lot of times that looks like helping career professionals that are still juggling a 9 to 5, entrepreneurs that are still juggling a 9 to 5, with creating their corporate exit strategy so that they can quit with confidence. And as a life coach, right, I'm a whole life coach. So there's no aspect of your life that is off limits. Why? Because that's what makes you you. So sometimes it's about business, sometimes it's about leadership, sometimes it's about like what's going on in your life and maybe managing relationships, right? And improving relationships, improving how you're showing up in relationships, improving how you're showing up in your 9 to 5, like while you're buying yourself time, right? And while you're implementing and executing your exit strategy. Sometimes it's how you're showing up in leadership. And so it just depends on the day and whatever wheel is squeaking the most, right? Where you may need support. But I support my clients in all of those ways. So what I want to talk about today is, what you can do when you feel like, when you recognize that showing up in a place or places where you feel obligated, right? Maybe you're 9 to 5, there's an obligation there, right? You got to go to work, or showing up in a relationship for whatever reason, there's an obligation there, right? But it's literally making you sick. I'm not going to be long. Like, this is super quick because I want to give this to you, because if you are feeling this, like, you don't really want to hear a whole lot right now. You just want to get to it, and I get it. And before I give it to you, though, if you are in this space and you are literally feeling sick, you feel like your body is breaking down, you feel like you are no longer yourself, you feel like your life is out of control, you feel like you're losing, life is running you and you're not running it. Like, you just are a hamster on the wheel, a leaf blowing in the wind. You've lost all control. You just go wherever the wind blows, but you're no longer okay with it. You know that your soul is craving something totally different, and what you're seeing, what you're having to do now, places where you're having to show up, you can't do this for maybe not even another year, maybe not even another 6 months, maybe not even another 90 days, whether it's the job or whether it's the relationship. Your body and your soul are telling you something has got to give. If that is you, I want to invite you to click the link that's in the it's in the comments, to book a free strategy session. You do not have to go it alone. You do not have to figure it out by yourself. One thing that I know for a fact is that you're too close to it to figure it out. Because if you could have figured it out by now in your own might, right, you would have. And it's not a bad thing that you haven't been able to. It's life. It happens to all of us, right? That's why we're meant to do life together. And so, what better person to help support you through that than a life and leadership coach? So I want to invite you to go to book a free strategy session. The link is in the comments, and I'm here for you. So here's what you can do when if you're literally feeling sick about waking up on, and it starts on Sunday morning. We're not even going to talk about Monday morning. Let's talk about the work sense, right? Sunday comes, and it's just like, oh, okay, it's Sunday. I got one more day, but you can't even enjoy Sunday because you know what's on the heels of Sunday, right? It's the rat race. It's showing up in a place and space that's no longer serving you, that's literally making you sick. We talk about places and things making us sick, but there can come a time when you've overstayed your assignment. I won't say you're welcome because they still want you, but your purpose assignment is complete, but you're still showing up in places and relationships well beyond their expiration date, and your soul cannot stand it, right? It's eating away at you from the inside out, and you are literally withering away moment by moment, day by day, right? So when you're in that space, one, pay attention to it. Don't band-aid the wound, lean into it. Like what is your body telling you? Your body's telling you that something is off, and it's also giving you putting you in a position to do something about it, right? What most people do is they suck it up, they resign themselves, so this is just the way it is, or it'll get better at some point, or leadership is going to change, or the person I'm in a relationship is going to change. It'll just get better, it'll just get better, right? It may improve, but I guarantee you, if you don't change, it won't change. It will just look different with different people. Same space, different people. And so what I want to encourage you to do is first, like, listen to your body. Like, your body is talking to you, and it's not something to overlook, something to just sweep under the rug, unless you're making a conscious decision to resign yourself in monotony, in the status quo, to be out of alignment with your purpose, because that's not what purpose feels like. If purpose is important to you, you get to experience joy when you're doing purpose work. Purpose work is about doing things that excite you, that make your heart smile, make your heart sing, at the same time as impacting other people, right? And leveraging your natural talents and gifts. It's at the intersection of all of those things. So if you are feeling like that like you're withering away, literally, because that's how I described it when I was going through it. I was literally withering away from the inside out, having to show up in that place where I knew I had outgrown. I knew it was time for me to make a leap. I knew it was time for me to pivot it into something else. I wasn't quite sure what my purpose was, but I knew it was time. And in that space of being so uncomfortable while I was shedding skin that no longer served me, I was miserable until I listened to my body, until I became self aware. And I said, wait a minute, something's off. This is not how I want to live my life, right? I get to experience joy. I get to love life. This can't be life. Let me do something about it. So first, lean into it, right? And the second thing I want to encourage you to do, use your leave. If your mental health ain't right, take a sick day. Take the time that you need. Don't hoard your leave. If you're not well, take the time that you need to create the space and the buffer for you to clear your head, for you to reset and recalibrate, so that you can find your footing to get you through, right? So hopefully you have an exit strategy. If you don't, I need you to book a call so we can talk through that, right? While you are executing your exit strategy, right? When you have a plan and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, that's when things really start to shift. But when you don't know what's happening, when you don't have an exit strategy, you don't know what tomorrow holds, you don't know what 3 months or 6 months holds, because you're waiting for somebody to come save you, you're waiting for somebody to come free you, you're dying a slow death from the inside out. And I want to encourage you that that's not what you were put on this earth for. That is not how God designed you, and that's not what He designed you for. However, He does give us free will, and if you make a decision to stay there, you make a decision to stay. But I'm here to let you know that there is a way out, and it doesn't have to be drastic. You don't have to just up and quit, cold turkey. But at the rate that you're going, that's the route that you're moving towards. Because one day you're not going to be able to take it anymore, and you're just going to say, you know what, to hell with it, right? And that's not what I want for you. It doesn't have to be that dramatic, right? You can leave powerfully and gracefully, right? With an exit strategy that's tailor-made to you and your lifestyle and your goals, your dreams, the vision that God gave you and your aspirations. And that's what I want to support you with, if that's you. And even if it's on a relationship front, right? If you feel like you're tethered, you can't leave, whatever, let's talk. You can. You can do whatever you need to do, right? And I'm here to support you through it. You don't have to figure it out by yourself. There is no cookie cutter format in the work that I do with my clients. You get to choose. Your life gets to look the way you want it to look, and there's nothing too big, too bold, too scary for me. Like, this is go getter territory. So that's all I got. I gotta go pick up some food, y'all, before they close. But that was on my spirit today, so I wanted to share that, and hopefully lift the weight from you. And if this was for you, this was for you. And if this was for you, let me know. Let me know in some way, shape, or form. Drop a comment, drop a fire emoji, drop something. Um, if this was for you, and if there's somebody that has been speaking about their job or relationship in the way that I've been describing, share this with them. Please don't just listen to this and keep it to yourself. Like, share it with them. I encourage that. Okay, but if this is for you, whoever you are, something that I've said has touched you, has spoken to your soul, may have even made you cry, may have even made you tear up, right? May have even made you just like feel seen, right? And understood. This is not by happenstance, right? Lean into the invitation. Not only lean into what your body is telling you, not only take the leave, right, to reset and recalibrate, lean into the invitation. I'm inviting you to have a free strategy session. And I'm going to keep it real with you. We're going to have the strategy session. You will walk away with strategy. But if I feel like you're a good fit to work with me, I may invite you to work with me in a deeper, richer capacity, because there's work for you to do and there's opportunity. So know that I may make an invitation for you to work with me, but don't let that stop you from taking advantage of the strategy session. If you need help and you need support from a non-judgmental, unbiased place, and in a space that can hold you accountable to do and shift in the way that you really want and need to do and shift, book the call. The link is in the comments. Okay. Again, if you caught the replay, do me a favor and type replay. If you're here with me live, do me a favor and say, hey, I haven't seen any comments come through. I don't know if that means it's not working or nobody said anything, but that's what I had to share. I pray this blesses. I know it will bless one because it was on my spirit. So I'm doing my part. Now you got to do yours. I'll see you at your strategy session later.